Not Quite
Darkness
is a podcast that contains spoilers, opinions, and general. Listener discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of a moderate acceptable age, thank you so much for tuning in to another amazing episode of Not Quite Darkness. My name is Keith Brooks. Here with me, as always, is Mr. Chad Dowdy. Chad, how are you doing, sir?
Doing great, Keith. I'm ready to talk about this amazing movie.
This amazing movie. This amazing movie that didn't even have the balls to name the character fully in the title. They abbreviated it for the title, but that's neither here nor there. So if you're new to this podcast, sorry, you've already heard us talk about balls and say the word fuck a lot, but this is what we do. There is a documentary series called In Search of Darkness. We watch all of the movies that it tells us to watch, which is apparently every fucking thing that anyone ever captured with a camera in the years 1980 through 1989. And today we are talking about Q, the Winged Serpent. Yeah.
And this is what I think. So, sometimes I dress up. Today I'm wearing my NWO shirt. That is on purpose because this is the New World Order. Because I believe this movie starts the QAnon conspiracy theories. I think that's where it came from.
Okay.
Q came and it started from this movie. I did no research on this, so it's very possible that QAnon started in 1963. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
or
I'm
it was
just
just
because of this.
Really quiet from 1982 all the way until 2016. Yeah,
it's just when it started percolating. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna stop the podcast every once in a while to really hammer home my points with this.
No, I look forward to it because I'm not looking forward to discussing this movie. I feel that. So first of all, let me say this movie is directed by Larry Cohen, who we've already visited with It's Alive. I feel we'll probably visit him again. I just kind of think, and I have nothing to back this up, this is my crazy theory, I kind of think Larry Cohen was probably a piece of shit. I don't know why. I'm just watching his movies. I'm thinking, oh, I don't like this man. You know what I mean? And I don't even hate this movie, but I just don't think I would like him as a person. But that being said, speaking of not liking people and persons, let's talk about what happens in this fucking movie.
Yeah, Q, the Winged Serpent, like you said. So sometimes it's just called Q, sometimes it's Q, the Winged Serpent. But basically we start off with there's a window washer and the dude's cleaning the windows and the girl inside is just like, she's not mean to his face, but like she's really not very nice about this guy.
She apparently hates this guy, but simultaneously waves at him 943 times.
Yeah, like she's definitely leading him on, but again, he's probably annoying. I get that, so he's washing the windows and then he looks up to the sky and you hear something and then all we see it's like a decapitated body.
Yeah.
Like the window washer's been decapitated. The girl's screaming. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the funniest shot of the movie to me, Keith, because it immediately cuts to the paramedics rushing this body out of here like they're trying to save his life.
And he has no head. He is completely headless window washer.
They are running out of this building with the dude on a stretcher. Like, we've got to get him to the hospital right now. And even with like the cops, I'll come to the cops for back in just a second. Even when the cops are talking, you see him like loading him into the ambulance. They are trying to get out of there to save this man's life, and he's missing his head. It's so freaking funny. I was cracking up so hard. But so, speaking of the cops now, we got some legendary actors here. We have, Kane from Kung Fu, David Carradine is one of the cops. The other cops, Shaft himself.
Damn
Richard
right.
Patrick. I mean, it's pretty good cops.
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
And it shows because they figure this out pretty quickly. Like, it's amazing how how good of cops they are, but we'll get into that. Uh, but yeah, so those cops are just talking about what happened, about the dude. He's missing his head, all that stuff. And then we cut to a scene where I think Tarantino saw this scene and it was an inspiration for Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, I could totally see. I think everything about Michael Moriarty's portrayal is Tarantino's like that. I want all of my characters. I want to hate all of them. I want all of them to be awful. That's what I want.
Yeah, so like the bad guys are, at a diner, they're eating and they're kind of talking about the heist they want to do.
Yeah.
And the main character, Michael Moriarty, that's the last podcast. If you remember, I said he reminds me of Bill Burr.
And it's like, look, I like Michael Moriarty. I love him because I know him from Law and Order. Like that's where I grew up with him as because he's the first DA there or AD or whatever. And in that, in no way does he remind me of Bill Burr. In this, he is Bill Burr. Like in this, he is spot on Bill Burr. Like it's insane.
Like if you would have told me that he's Bill Burr's father, I'd be like, yeah,
would have believed it
course
instantly. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the deal with, Michael Moriarty. He is totally like Bill Burr, but he's kind of, not really wanting to do this job.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, maybe he's trying to go straight. I don't really know, but he doesn't really want to do this job. And then we cut to what has to be one of 50 rooftop scenes in this movie. And this is a rooftop attack. And we get our first shot of boobs in this.
Yeah, and it's what a gratuitous shot of boobs because not only does she take her top off, but then she starts putting suntan lotion on her breast and just like rubbing them for a long time. Yeah.
While there's a peeping Tom with a telescope watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
And she gets attacked by some flying creature. We don't see what it is, but the telescope guy, I guess, sees it, even though we never see or hear from him again.
At all.
You think maybe he'd have a statement for the cops or something like that, but it just seems like this movie, it simultaneously moves at a snail's pace and then also at breakneck speed, like with the things that are happening. I don't understand.
It also feels like 9,000 different things are happening. Like everything could be an alternate storyline that we're following, but none of them amount to anything.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Too much is going on. And so, Bill Burr, he is a piano player.
Well, I wouldn't call him that. As a piano player, I wouldn't call him a piano player.
Okay, he fancies himself as a piano player. How about that?
Yeah, he goes into this club where apparently his girlfriend that he lives with works, but the bartender has no idea who
that
the
they're
fuck he is
connected
at all.
Exactly.
And for some reason, they don't want to say it. I don't understand that. And then he proceeds to have like a mental breakdown on the piano. Like, and normally, like when you're doing something like this, he's auditioning for a job to be the piano player at this club. That's what he wants to do. And he starts like scatting while he's doing it. And I don't know what you thought. I thought it was fucking god awful. And
it was terrible.
It was terrible. And like normally you want, the character's good, but people don't appreciate it, or he had a bad day. But this guy just looks like a lunatic. Like he's just saying trash cans on fire. Like it's what is happening?
He was like, if you didn't know any better, he was intentionally sabotaging the audition.
Yeah.
And like you said, he's so bad. He does not get the job, obviously. So because of that, he, resigns himself and he does have to take this heist job. And he's a wheelman.
He's a wheelman. But before that, you're missing the most important thing, the most important exchange of dialogue that will come back to bring it all together.
Great writing.
Yeah, David Carradine walks in. They turn the music on Michael Moriarty so they can't hear him anymore. He starts to leave, and David Carradine's like, "Oh, great job!" And then Michael Moriarty says, "What the fuck do you know?" And then leaves. And then that's really what the crux of the movie is. What the fuck?
Because that will come back, like you said.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They got some nice banter I guess
Yeah,
they're trying to
that's
establish there. So he's going to be the wheelman, but they actually force him to take part in the heist as far as going in. They give him a gun, they make him go in, even though he's reluctant. He doesn't want to do that because that's not his deal. But this diamond heist, if you will, is so funny because we don't see it.
and I don't understand what could have fucking happened because like 23 men go in. This is Ocean's 46. And only Michael Moriarty walks out with diamonds. Nobody else walks out. And then somebody like sneezes and he gets scared and throws the diamonds in the middle of the highway.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm not saying they don't have the budget because they're in plenty of places. They
Yeah.
could have filmed something to show us this diamond heist. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand. It was terrible.
I don't even understand what the fucking point of this whole story part is. Like, because I mean, I guess it kind of something happens afterwards, but not much.
Yeah. Well, like you say, he runs and he drops the diamonds in the middle of the road, and he just takes off running.
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand. I might be saying this a lot in this, but he runs to see his like lawyer or the boss. Like, I don't even know where he's going. Do you know where he's going?
Well, he doesn't he like make a phone call while he's looking at the diamonds that he could pick up, and then he goes to his lawyer, and the lawyer's office
This
is
dude's got a
closed.
lawyer. Yeah, they don't let him in, or like, I don't understand.
Maybe criminality was just very different in the 1980s. Like everybody had a lawyer on retainer. I mean, Trump did. Good. Anyway,
So basically, at this skyscraper where he went to see his lawyer, he can't get in because it's closed or locked or whatever. So security guard tries to chase him away. And instead of leaving, he chases him up the skyscraper,
Yeah.
up to the top, and he ends up being at like an unfinished, or is it damaged? Do you think it was damaged or unfinished part of the top of the skyscraper?
I think it's supposed to be unfinished.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm surprised though, because we see so much construction work on the top of so many skyscrapers, but nobody's not doing anything in this one.
Yeah, it feels like it's unfinished and we're not going to finish it. We forgot we didn't finish it.
Exactly. It was almost like there was fire damage and we're like, fuck it. We're not messing with this anymore.
Yeah.
So he goes up there and he sees a giant egg. And, he doesn't know at this point, about Q the winged serpent. He's just, it's freaky. But then a bloody skeleton falls on him.
Yeah.
So obviously, he freaks out. This is clearly Q's nest.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. And so guess where we're going to go now, Keith? To a rooftop, another rooftop. It's a construction site. And I feel like we're missing a lot of backstory with these construction workers.
Absolutely. I feel the main construction guy who has a quibble because somebody has been eating his sandwiches is the most theatrical construction worker I've ever seen in my life. Like he looks like he's on a Broadway stage right now. And he's so into it, man. I'm loving him. I'm loving this guy.
He's mad because they keep stealing his sandwich or whatever, and they've stolen it again. And everybody leaves for lunch, and he's trying to find his sandwich or whatever, and then Q attacks him.
Meanwhile, his boss is eating his sandwich, making jokes about fucking the guy's wife.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When he like, hey, I'm about to go get this sandwich from his wife later.
Yeah, she got a good tuna sandwich. Meanwhile, when the guy's asking for his tuna sandwich, he's literally like, "You guys have eaten." It's so extreme.
Yes. So while this is going on, we've got Kane doing some investigative work, and some dude's got skinned alive. And miraculously, it's connected to this winged serpent.
And apparently this has been like a Seven style serial killing that's been happening for a while, but we're just dropped off in media res. And then, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And I just like how David Carradine, he's on the right track.
Yeah,
like
instantly.
For no reason.
None whatsoever.
He's like, oh yeah, this skin must be a sacrifice for this Q the winged serpent thing that's flying around killing everybody that nobody knows about yet. Like,
He's
He knows
good.
it
He's a
all.
good cop.
It's almost like he started QAnon. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
So this is crazy too. So after that, Bill Burr goes to his apartment, his girlfriend's apartment, whatever. And so apparently now but we do get some backstory here, some critical backstory that
Mhm.
he gets drunk and beats her. So he's not a likable loser. Got it.
At
Like,
all. Throws shit at her, beats her, cusses at her. Just not a great person.
yeah, I just don't understand like what they're going for with that. Like, he could really be a lovable loser in this. He really could be. They established that like he didn't want to like rob the diamond place. He's
Yeah.
just a wheelman. I'm not a like a hardcore like gangster. I'm not trying to pull
Yeah.
guns on people. I'm just a wheelman, and he's just fallen into this crazy Q thing or whatever. But
Well, I
he
think at
beats
the
his wife or his girlfriend.
yeah, I think at the end there's this moment that they try to have because he says something that should have been the theme of his character's arc. And I'm just gonna spoiler alert, this is what it is. He says, "Oh, I'm not a coward anymore. I'm not scared anymore." And I'm like, "You were scared before? Like when the fuck did that happen?" And if that would have been the intention, I could kind of see what that is, but it just doesn't.
Yeah,
It's just dumb.
it is. It really is. Like they could have done like the actor is so like awesome in this. Like I
Yeah,
love him and I love what he's doing.
me
He needs
too.
better things going on though.
Absolutely. Like I love the concept of what it is. I'm totally fine with us following a piece of shit like throughout the entire movie. But it's like the movie doesn't know what to do with that. And it's trying to paint him as good, even though he's clearly bad. And it's like I love everything Michael Moriarty's doing. It just nothing lives up to what he's doing, you know?
Right. Yep. Exactly. And so then we see another like ritual sacrifice that is somehow related to this. And then we get another rooftop attack.
Yeah. Which rooftop attack is this one? Oh, the pool. This is the swimming pool one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is the dude like an asshole before he gets in the pool? I can't remember. I feel like somebody's an
Yeah.
asshole, whether she is or he is, but one of them is
I think
maybe.
he is. I think
Yeah,
he,
I think it
yeah,
probably goes with the theme of the movie that all the dudes are
the assholes.
assholes.
I think he says something like, "Oh, you brought me up here for this," or something like that, and then he gets in the pool.
And so he gets to the pool and Q attacks him and takes him off or whatever. Um, and you know what I mentioned? Carradine knows what's going on. He even knows like who to talk to. He's like going to an expert on Q the winged serpent.
There's no like putting the pieces together. He just instantly knows. Oh, this must be a giant ancient winged serpent based off of an Aztec god. Let me go talk to the head of that study department.
Yes.
Like, how did you get there, my man?
Yeah,
Like,
we didn't see any of that. Like we saw none of that. He knows it all. He goes and sees this professor or whatever. And I don't know how to pronounce it. Q is really
Quetzalcoatl.
wow. That's not what
But that's like my favorite part of it is like the name of it's Quetzalcoatl, the winged serpent, the god of that, those peoples. But they're like, we can't say it. Fucking Q.
yeah,
That's all it is.
exactly. So, he's getting more information on that, but now the bad guys are showing up at Bill Burr's place because obviously they want their diamonds.
Yeah, those bad guys. The bad guys
Yes.
from the subplot of the diamond heist, not the winged serpent knocking at his door.
Yes, exactly. And obviously, as we mentioned, he doesn't have the diamonds because he lost them in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
So, what's crazy about that is I'm not saying this could happen this way, but those were in the middle of the road. You could see a scenario where like someone found that and turned that in, and
Absolutely.
now it's like, it's on the newspaper and all that stuff. So they know the diamonds are back. I'm not saying someone could have maybe found that case and took them, themselves. That could have happened. But
Yeah.
they think he just has them.
Yeah.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
Because, they're gonna kill him or whatever, but he says he'll take them to where he hid them. And he's really taking them to Q's nest. And things work out for him in this way, but there's no guarantee that it was going to work out for
Yeah,
him.
because he didn't see anything actually eat that person. He just saw an egg and a skinless person, right?
Yeah. Was he thinking maybe like, well, hopefully this creature's cracked, the egg is cracked and it'll be up there and maybe it'll eat them, like again. But
Or
so he takes
maybe
them.
maybe there's like a backstory where these guys are really scared of eggs. They have a really strong egg allergy, and he's just going to get them near that. You know what I mean?
That's probably why we didn't see the whole diner scene at the beginning because they probably cut that out. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, so I got in my notes there's another rooftop attack. I don't even know what this one is. Could be another construction worker. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody got attacked on the roof.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I mean,
there's so many
they
roof attacks.
they get attacked, I guess. Is it them?
Oh yeah, I guess it is. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's not like a true roof. It's just up there. So yeah, he takes them up there and they both get killed
Yeah.
by Q. Q is actually there.
Yeah.
And Q kills him. But I guess when Bill Barr's leaving, at some point, like the cops, arrest him or bring him in for questioning for this diamond heist.
Yeah.
And while he's there, being questioned about the heist, he overhears, some of the cops talking about Q.
Yeah.
And so now, he knows about Q. So he's going to try to use this information to like get a plea deal, to get really more than a plea deal, to like get some shit.
Yeah.
Excuse me, from the city. So he wants to bargain. He wants to give them, he tells them he knows the location of Q and he'll give them that location if, he gets a pardon for all crimes he's ever committed, plus future crimes,
Mm-hmm.
plus $1 million,
Yep.
plus like photo rights, book rights. He wants everything.
All the interviews, and he's doing this with I want to say the chief of the New York police, who is constantly smoking a pipe and
I
speaking with
love
his
this guy.
British accent.
He has an awesome accent. He's smoking a pipe. He has no business in this movie.
At all. No one
It's
does.
amazing.
Nothing in this movie has any business in this movie. And somewhere,
He's so good.
and he's like every 5 seconds, that pipe, he's working that pipe. But I think somewhere in here too, we saw a part of a sacrifice of somebody cutting some, because is it the guy with like his chest hair looks like it's 96 years older than he is. Like this man had the widest chest hair I've ever seen in my life. It was rough. Yeah.
But it was also like I feel like you could tell in that sacrifice that the guy was okay with it. It wasn't like they were, killing. It was almost like he wanted to be sacrificed,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
He was going along with it. If
A
you will.
willing sacrifice. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. But yeah, in this scene when Bill Burr is like discussing his terms with the commissioner and all those stuff, I love what he's doing in this scene
Me too.
because in his mind he has all the power again, and he's flaunting it. He's just
Absolutely.
rubbing it in their face. He doesn't care like if people die, just get me my shit. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have been screwing me over. And this is one of those scenes where they talk about, or he says how the reason why he's a criminal is because the cops screwed him over when he
Yeah.
was younger by planting evidence.
Yeah.
And it just made him be a criminal. So again, that goes back to like the whole lovable loser thing. Like, he's really not this way. It's kind of like he's a victim of society or cops or whatever's happened to him.
But then even within that same breath, he then goes on to talk about how if they don't pay him this money, it's going to cost them so much more in building damage, like property damage. And it's like there is no, I think it's interesting that this character does have fits in that trope of what we would think as the underdog, but it's just a shitty human being.
He
Like,
really is. Because even his girlfriend is like saying, you can't just ask for this stuff. Just tell them it's gonna save lives. He's like, forget that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I gotta get something out of this.
yeah, so
And
weird.
so they actually do agree to his terms.
Hmm.
And while they're, I guess, writing up the paperwork, David Carradine takes him to like a coffee shop to have heart to heart.
Yeah.
I guess setting up the end, as far as that goes. But so the press show up because they get word of this, that he knows about this. And when the press shows up, Bill Burr starts talking and he mentions Robert Murdoch, like
Yeah.
Fox guy. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you, like, seems like to
Oh,
me we're getting
yeah.
more QAnon here. And I, I was like, I cannot believe this was referenced in this movie after I've been thinking all this QAnon stuff already. And then we got to the commissioner telling Carradine, because again, Carradine's figured it all out. He's got like an 18-page binder of the dumbest drawings in the world.
Absolutely. But I will say, like, before this, Carradine was so smart. I love that scene where they're together because he's trying to get Moriarty to describe the building so he can just figure out what it is without having to pay him the money. And
Yeah, he's trying to trick him.
yeah. And then Shaft, who has like two lines in the entire fucking movie, fucks it up, but that's fine. And then, yeah, then this scene pissed me off so much. Go ahead.
So Carradine's again, he's got it all. He knows ritual sacrifice. They're doing this to bring this creature back to life. This creature's flying around, killing people. He knows everything. Like he knows more than the screenwriters of this film. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
absolutely.
And the commissioner's just like, bury this. We're not.
Yeah. It's like they totally admit and acknowledge that there's a flying lizard that's eating people. But then when Carradine says, "Oh, I think there's a human sacrifice part of it," the commissioner's like, "Well, that's not believable at all." Like,
Exactly.
what? That's too far for you?
I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy theory now, is all it's been
Mm,
created.
mm.
So, I mean, we've had people see this creature. We've had blood raining from the sky, which looked pretty cool.
Which
Actually,
looked great. That was a
yeah,
great scene. Yeah.
the blood falling from the sky. People are seeing all this, and this thing when we see it flying around, we see it flying around. It's not like, yeah, I get kind of like the Avatar thing or whatever, where it could be in the sun,
Yeah.
but it's not always in the sun. We
Yeah.
see it flying around. Like people have seen this thing, but the commissioner's just like, nope, just bury the whole thing. Um, so now we got everything signed. We're good to go. Bill Barr's taking them to the skyscraper. And I'm not kidding. Bill Burr is having the time of his life.
Absolutely.
It's like he's like, yeah, cops, let's go, guys, you can do it. Yeah, when you get up there, it's gonna be crazy. I hope y'all brought y'all's guns because we're having a good time here.
He's like on cloud nine. He's making jokes with people, high fiving people,
He really is.
all
He's
all
like slapping them on their ass as they walk by.
yeah,
Good job, get in there, get in there.
all until they're like, all right, you ready to go up? And he's like, wait, what? Like, and then that's when it changes a little bit, but not
Yeah,
much.
because he's having fun until they say, okay, well, you're leading the way.
Yeah.
And not only they say to lead the way, they literally try to give him a gun.
And it's like, did you forget he was a criminal? Like,
I mean, just because he said something's up there does not mean that something is up there. And you
at
are
all.
giving him a gun
Like, it's
to like shoot the cops if he wanted to.
there's a prehistoric creature. You know what we need? A shitty piano player immediately.
Exactly. So they get up there. Uh, and actually, it's just David Carradine. He's first. He ends up going first because Michael Moriarty's too scared. So Carradine gets up there, and the egg starts hatching. A baby Q comes out, and he just blows it away.
Yeah.
Like there is no sense of like no one's saying we need to preserve this. There's
All.
no, like saying, hey, this is the greatest find in the human history or whatever.
It's
His captain literally just said, bury all this. He's fucking burying it all right.
it's almost like he says fuck science as he opens up a machine gun on this egg.
And I mean, again, it's a disgusting looking creature or whatever, but it's still like a baby.
Yeah.
They are just blowing it away.
Like more people keep coming up to shoot it too. It's like everyone's volunteering. Like
And it's like, screaming out in pain. And I'm like, this is sort of unnecessary, I feel like,
yeah.
for this movie. And then so they kill the baby and they leave. They're just leaving.
Well, before they leave, Carradine's like, "Oh, guess we got to take all that money back." And then Bill Burr's like, "What? What are you talking about? Oh my god!" And it's like, we paid you for the mama. You gave us a baby. We got to get the money back from you.
And see, that's so stupid. Because I mean, again, I'm talking about the logic of this film,
Yeah.
but he literally delivered.
Yeah.
Michael Moriarty 100% delivered on what was promised. And just because the mom is not there in this moment doesn't mean the mom's not going to come back in an hour.
Yeah.
But you're just like, no, no, we got the baby. The baby's dead. Sorry.
But then apparently, like, that plan goes through. Like, they do take the money back from him for real. I thought it was a bluff. And then the next thing we see, he's throwing shit at his girlfriend, being a dick, and bitching about how the money got removed.
And meanwhile, like you said, it's all these other threads here. Now, like Shaft, he's in the middle of a different investigation where I don't even know how they know this, but they're following the ritual suicide guy. I don't know how they found him. I must have missed that.
I thought it was the professor from that Carradine talked to initially, but that seems a logical idea, and I don't think it's because it's Shaft and some dude who's an ice cream. No, he's a balloon salesman. So what is he doing?
One was like a mime.
He's a mime or something. Some stupid shit like that. Like,
for no reason.
And then the guy they're following, Shaft doesn't even fucking hide. Dude just walks by Shaft, and Shaft's like, "We're following him," and the guy's like right here.
But again, I don't know how they found this guy. I legitimately don't know how they found this guy. Like, we've missed something.
And I don't know how nobody is like, we just killed a dinosaur. We need a moment to decompress. They're already on this. They're
on to the next thing, which again, it's linked.
Yeah.
But it makes no sense that it's linked, but it's linked. So they're following this guy, and he's actually about to perform another ritual suicide, but they stop it. You know, the cops show up and they stop it. And the dude, the ritual, like the guy who's doing the sacrifice, he runs onto the roof and Shaft follows him. Shaft gets killed, rooftop attack.
And Shaft all of a sudden turns into an action figure as he's taken away from the scene. It's pretty awesome.
And this isn't on a skyscraper. This is just like maybe a 3-story building.
Yeah.
This Q creature has grabbed Shaft. People are seeing this creature.
Clearly.
Yes, it's crazy. So, and like you said, so now Bill Burr's, he's complaining to his girlfriend about, like, not getting the stuff. And she just like kicks him out,
Which is awesome. It's the only good decision made in this entire film.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So now Q comes back to the nest and the cops are there because Bill Burr told them that's where it would be. Like, it's the operation is still ongoing.
Yeah.
And it works.
And it's weird because, like, Carradine talks to this one cop who's like just popped his first pimple, and he's like, "Here's a gun. You excited?" And then the cop's like, "Yes, sir," and then just starts firing. It's such a weird scene.
Yeah, they're shooting all at it. It's flying around, and the special effects are not great, but they're actually not bad.
No, not at all
per se. I guess they're fine for the time or whatever. And Q kills some cops, but some of the cops hurt Q, as well. And it's hurt badly. And eventually it just falls to its death.
Yeah. It lands on like a weird pyramid building, which I think was beside the library. And then it's a cool scene because it's trying to catch its footing and then collapses. And then we really don't see much of it beyond that.
No, it's dead. So after all that, Bill Burr is in like a random seedy motel room.
The hotel from Basket Case. Yes.
There you go. And he gets attacked by the ritual sacrifice guy.
Now, here's my question for you. Because the guy who was like, "I am the plumed serpent," and he's going to stab the dude, that dude looks white as fuck to me. The guy that comes to attack Bill Burr looked Hispanic, and I thought he said he was a follower. And so I thought he was just another member of the cult. And so I didn't think it was. Either way, makes no fucking sense how they found Bill Burr at all.
No. And he's not the only person that can find Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And so, but also, listen, if somebody's trying to kill me, like this scenario, and the guy says, I wrote it down, "I can't kill you until you say the prayer." guess what I'm not going to do?
Yeah, ever say the prayer.
It's like he just can't. He's like, I can't kill you too. He's like, you've got to say the prayer. I can't do it.
But my favorite part of it is the guy's like, I can't kill you until you say the prayer. And Bill Burr's like, I first had a problem with religion when I was 12. It happened. Oh my God, so long ago. And he starts going on this whole monologue about his issues with faith.
It's wild. And so they found the bad guy, he found him somehow, but also so did David Carradine because he shows up and saves the day.
She, well, he saves the day and spins all of the bullets known to man because this fucking guy won't die. David Carradine comes in and shoots this dude. And then he's like, all right, I saved you. Did you know about Clark Kent? And then the guy comes back to life. He shoots him again. All right, I saved you again. Then the guy comes back again. And he just keeps Jason Voorheesing over and over again.
Yes. He just keeps coming back. And then after Carradine kills him or whatever, like for good, him, Carradine, and Bill Burr are walking out like this was a buddy comedy the whole time. He's like, so your girl kicked you out, huh? Maybe she'll take you back. And he's slapping him on the back. They're having a good old time. Like
Yeah.
they're best friends.
And then Bill Burr's
Carradine just screwed him over for $1 million.
yeah. And then Bill Burr's like, no, I got to get a job first to change because I'm not a coward no more. And then here, in the moment when it all comes together, that sounds good. What the fuck do you know? And then he walks away. And then the piece de resistance.
Yeah.
David Carradine, for some reason, grabs a do not disturb sign off of one hotel door and randomly puts it on another one. And the camera zooms in on it. And I don't know why the fuck that happened.
Yeah, because it's QAnon. I'm telling you, he's covering up stuff.
So you
They're
guys
not
are sleeping and you can't
Exactly.
be disturbed. But then
the New World Order is coming.
we cut back to New York City and we see a building that was in ruins already. I don't think it had anything to do with anything we saw.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we have the ending of the American version of Godzilla where we're panning through a building and there's another egg there.
Exactly. So stupid. I want like QAnon too. I mean, I really do. That's what I want.
Me too.
Like really, it'd be Q2, which is not a bad episode of Voyager. So
I love Voyager. God, Voyager's so much better than this movie. But at the same time, I don't think this movie it has all of the pieces that would make a good movie. They're just not put together the right way.
no, and like I said, I love the main character in this movie.
Yeah.
I would like him in another movie.
Yeah. I love the fact that they're trying to do all this other stuff in the guise of a monster movie. I like David Carradine and Shaft. That's a fun combo. I like all the stuff, but it's like you made a cake, but instead of just using eggs in their raw form, you scrambled them before you put them in the thing. That's what this feels like, right?
Right.
It's like you fucked it up a little bit, you know?
Absolutely.
So what did you rate it?
So letterbox rating, I gave it 2.5 out of 5. It's not great,
No.
but again, the main character, he's doing a lot of heavy lifting for me in this movie.
It's a lot of interesting stuff. I give it a 2. And then one of the other things that we do on this channel are we make a Funko Pop of it. We decide what Funko we want. What do you want for your Funko Pop?
So before I talk about the Funko Pop, I wanted to let you know that one of the earlier episodes that we did in this season was Motel Hell.
Yeah.
And we did Motel Hell before we added this pop segment.
Ooh.
But if we had done it, this would have been the pop.
Where did you get that?
Amazon.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Why would Motel Hell get a Funko Pop? That is
Exactly.
insane. That's awesome, though. That's absolutely. That was
This is not one of those homemade
Custom.
ones, whatever.
Yeah.
Custom. Yeah, it's not this. No, this is real.
That's
awesome.
crazy. That's awesome. That's better than that fucking movie was. Go ahead.
it was so funny because when I got this, I was like, "Oh my god, I got to go back and listen to the podcast to see if that's the one we wanted." Because obviously, that's what we would say,
Yeah.
but we weren't doing Pop Funkos yet
Yeah.
for
Gotcha.
that.
Sad.
So for this one, the Pop Funko, what I would do is the main character with a giant egg. That's
Oh,
what I.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I would do, there's two that I would do. One would be Q itself actually on the side of the building, something we don't see in the fucking movie, but it's on the poster, and it's a
Yeah,
cool ass poster.
yeah, it's a good looking poster.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then the second one would be Bill Burr at a piano, and I would add a button, and he would just say random things. So like you would it'd be like light bulb, and then like you know what I mean, and that would recreate his jazz stylings. So then the second thing we do is we remake the movie. We pitch our idea for it. How would you remake Q the Winged Serpent?
I'd make this more of a comedy, action comedy, like Rush Hour or Bad Boys, something like that. That's what I would do.
Okay.
But I've been saying it the whole time. Bill Burr would be the main character because he already is.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go meta with this. So the Carradine cop is going to be Jason Statham because he was the lead in Death Race. Carradine, the lead in Death Race. So going with that. And then who do you think I'm casting as Richard Roundtree's character?
Samuel L.
It's Samuel L.
Jackson.
Jackson. Exactly.
Obviously. Yeah.
So that's the cast. That's what it's going to be. It's just going to be a buddy comedy, but it's also going to be like ridiculous. So where they're really trying to cover this up, like people's heads are missing, and they're like just making up random things. Like, yeah, I mean, his squeegee must have got caught on this thing and just ripped his head clean off. And they're like, "Yep, that's exactly what happened, sir." Like that kind of deal.
Well,
That's
fun.
what I
That's
would do
fun.
with it.
I think for me, I had thought about doing the comedic thing. I think I would want to try to do it serious and let some of those undertones still be there, but try to flush them out a little bit more. So it feels like almost like elevated kaiju film, and see if that's a accomplishable thing. I think you would have to set it 70s, early 80s, just so you avoid the cell phone problem, because I don't think a winged dragon would go unnoticed in New York City nowadays. Uh, um, that
Oh,
being
but
said,
it easily could in 1982,
oh,
I guess.
absolutely. Uh, but that being said, my four cast members that I have, I want Glenn Howerton as the Bill Burr character
Nice.
because I think he could still be super unlikable, but also make it work. Then I think Dev Patel as the Carradine character,
Okay, nice.
Bokeem Woodbine as the Shaft character,
All right.
and then Bill Burr as the chief of police,
You go.
smoking a
You gotta give
pipe.
him, yeah, you gotta give him a
Yeah,
pipe.
absolutely. And then just, have fun with it. That's what I
Yeah,
would do.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Um, that being said, say the guy's full name for me. How would you say it?
Do I Quetzalcoatl? You say it.
That was incredible. I loved every part of that. That was incatchable. I love that.
Yep.
So that was this week or this installment. What are we doing next time?
So it's gonna be a little bit different this time. It's still from In Search of Darkness, but it is Creep Show.
Ooh, okay, fuck yeah.
So a lot of different
Anthology.
stories. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
So
fun.
that should be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Well, one quick question before we close it out. Do you think this belongs in the list of the greatest horror movies?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Not even close.
No, absolutely not. Do you like this or Motel Hell better?
I I I feel like Motel Hell is more of a horror movie.
Yeah,
This is, I mean, this is just weird to me. Like, I
it's
mean,
weird.
yeah, sure, I guess it's a horror movie, but I don't even know. I don't even know. I feel like I would almost classify it more fantasy than, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think this has more potential than Motel Hell does. But yeah, I don't know. I think both of them can fuck off though. That's where I stand. And so can Larry Cohen. You fucker. I don't know if you're still alive, but fucker. That's so cool. I don't even like that movie, and I want that Funko Pop now.
Yeah,
That's
it's an
crazy.
awesome fuck up.
Yeah.
It is.
So, all right. Well, that's what we have. Chad, where can the people find you?
They can find the podcast on Twitter X. It's NQC Podcast.
Great. That's awesome.
Yep.
Eh,
What?
huh?
Oh!
Oh my. Did everybody else at home see that? That was, oh my God, that was so terrifying. So scary. I didn't know that Chad recorded his part of this on top of a roof. And if you're looking for me, you can find me in the not quite darkness. Michael Caine.